Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to check out Adobe Edge Code. So this is Adobe's new program for basically just editing code, specifically HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And it's still in a preview phase, so you can easily get it for free. So head out to html.adobe.com/edge/code. And if you're part of their Creative Cloud program, which I'm still on the fence about, actually that's the code app right there. If you're part of the Creative Cloud program, then this is available through that. So Creative Cloud is Adobe's monthly rental, basically access to their software. So I've got a blank page already set up, and it's not a tough program. It's very new, it's very simple, it's very fast. They'll keep adding new features to it. It's open source, so there'll be extensions added, new features added pretty regularly. But otherwise, it's just like any of our other higher end text editors, code editors. I'm a big fan of Notepad++, and this could be an alternative to something like that, or Crimson Editor or something like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with a regular page, and we can zoom in with our font here just with a Control+, zoom out with a Control-, so that's pretty convenient. We've got line numbering, there's color code, and it also has code hints that you'll see here in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with a good old doc type definition for HTML5. I'm going to write an opening HTML tag with language attribute. Notice it's prompting me here. I could click this with my mouse and it'll give me the obviously the complete attribute with the values, and I'll go ahead and put in EN for English and just right arrow. And notice as soon as I did this, it went ahead and typed the closing tag for me also, which is kind of convenient many times. I don't actually find it convenient here because now I've got to press my enter key, get that HTML done there. Yes, you could have just kept on typing, but that could be nice and it could save you a little bit of time. So within my HTML document, I'll go ahead and create a head section, and there's my closing tag for me. And within that, I'll put in a meta for car set. I noticed the car set attribute doesn't seem to be popping up for me, but let's see if the value for UTF, there it is. Now for this one, I'll just go ahead and press my tab key, and since there was only one option, it kind of defaulted to that, but pretty soon we'll do one that has a couple values so you can see it here. Even though I'm not going to do a style sheet, let's try this. Let's do a link tag. Actually, let's do a title first, and this is a testing Adobe Edge Code. I've already got my closing title tag, but now I'll just, in fact, let me just, I'll have to right arrow past this. That's where that closing tag's a little annoying. And I'm going to do a link rel equals, and now we start to see that I've got some choices, and my preference is to do an rel style sheet, so I'll just use my arrow key, scroll down a bit here, there's style sheet, and as soon as I select the option that I want, I can just tab and take care of that. And I'll just do an href empty set of quotes. At some point I lost part of my closing head tag. Alright, so I think that is good for that, and just so we can see, I'll go ahead and just put in an h1 with web page title, just so that we can see that working. So there's my page, my very plain web page made in Adobe Edge Code. I'll go ahead and do a file, save as, and I'll just call this page1.html. And we have a couple ways that we can launch this. We could certainly head over to our browser and launch it, whatever browser we want to test. But they do have the option here. Under File, I can go to Live Preview. There's a button for Live Preview also over here on the top right corner, little quick launch area. I'll do Live Preview, and it connects to your installation for Chrome. So it's going to be linked up to Chrome as its default web browser, and we can see how our web page looks in the Chrome browser. And the way it looks in the Chrome browser should look very similar to the way it looks in the Safari browser. They both use the WebKit engine. And then if you wanted to test it in Firefox or IE, you could go to those browsers specifically and open up your HTML file using Control-O. And that would take care of that. So that's Adobe Edge Code. So we'll check this out from time to time and see how it improves in order for typing up our web pages. Take care.